Even when your hope is gone, along, just to make it through.
What the F? Ay, 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 ay. Interrupted my jams. And my post. Okay. All right, that's all set. Okay, so we're gonna do the daily message in 1 second. Okay. Let's go live on TikTok. I feel like the TikTok screen is so far away. No way. Come on. Okay. My goodness. Good morning, everybody. Ooh, this is blowing right in my face. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody's doing good. We're going to pull the daily message to get us going. Hi, Scotty. How are you? Okay, so, hey, Pineapple. Hi, Grace. Hi, Pat. Welcome, you guys. We're doing one free angel message for each person. If you're interested in that, you can put your name and hashtag FYP in the chat, and I will pull an angel card for you. Hey, Flocka. Hi, Paula. How are you guys? We're doing a giveaway. If we get to 6,000 likes, we start tapping that screen. And also, we're doing a gift giveaway if we hit my goal for the coffee, Good Morning Coffee cups. Hi, Shandi. Hi, Apple Dude. Hi, Hun. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. So we're pulling today's message for the collective, the daily message that I pull every time. Hey, Skylar, you can send $5 for a mini or $15 for a full. If you'd like to look at that specifically, I'm only doing open-ended angel messages for free. I'm pulling a card for the collective for the day of the message of the energy that we're going to look into what to expect today for all of us. So we have, you're being helped. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see results yet. So if you guys have been stressed out about something, our actual weekly message was worthiness that we pulled yesterday. Know that you deserve to receive in all good ways. So that was for the collective for the whole week. And then this one is for the collective for today specifically, which is Tuesday. So if you're struggling with some stuff, make sure you're talking to your guides. Make sure you're asking. If you don't believe in heaven and hell, that's fine. That's not what this is about. It's an open-ended message that is for the general energy. So if you're struggling with something, reach out to your spirits, your guides, your team, whoever you consider your team. It is non-denominational. It's not about Catholic, angel, heaven, hell. It's not about anything like that. It's more about we all have our own spirits that help support us every day, and check in with them and ask them to give you some support if you're feeling the need for it. I am pulling free angel messages for each person if you'd like one, or an oracle card. So if you want one, I just need your name, hashtag FYP, for me to pull an angel message for you. I'm also doing a free giveaway if we get to 6,000 likes, a full reading. So definitely start tapping that screen to get those like numbers up so we can do the giveaway if you're interested in that. Okay, so we're going to pull the collective tarot for the day too. Hi, Big Mama. Hi, Susan. Welcome, you guys. Let me know if you want an angel message for the day. Those are free. I just need your name and hashtag FYP. Hey, Ash, how are you? Share and like the live, you guys. Help the channel out. I'm going to share too. Even just say hi. Interacting, saying hi, like tapping the screen. It helps more than you know. Any kind of interaction. Hey, Candace. Hi, Samantha. Hey, you guys. We are doing free angel cards. A free oracle card for each person. If you would like a message for the day, it's open-ended. It is not a specific question. It is an open-ended message. So let me know if you'd like me to pull a card for you. Share the live. Like it. I know I missed some people. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How are you all? Thank you for liking the live. Thank you for the follow, XP. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, TikTok. Hey, everybody. So we're doing a free angel message, which is an open-ended message for you. If you're interested in that, say hi. Tell me your name. Write hashtag FYP. Sure, I can pull a card for you, XP. I need your name and hashtag FYP just to support the channel for an energy exchange. Our daily message is you're being helped by your guides. So make sure that you're asking for support from your team that you work with, whatever resonates with you. Okay. Hey, Michelle. Good morning from Reno. Wow. That's far. Cool. Okay, so this is a message for Ooh, XP. I don't know how to pronounce that, but for XP. I needed the name to connect to the energy. All right, what do you need to know today? Ooh, Shanti wants to come out. So you got Shanti. I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. So if you've been struggling, and guys, I'm getting a new device tomorrow. I cannot wait. TikTok, I'm so excited. I had to cancel I placed an order. I had to wait for it to come back, like replace it because they pushed the date back. And I was like, no, I need a device soon. I can't deal with this blurriness anymore. So, XP, this is for you, honey. So if you're struggling with stuff, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're having like anxious thoughts, if you're feeling like stuff just isn't going well, connect with you can talk to Shanti, but this is basically saying that it's temporary. The challenge, the moment, it's going to shift and things are going to get better for you. And to just kind of work through the energy. Actually, I have I have started making some of the quotes that I use into like things that can be purchased. And one of the quotes I use a lot is sit in the uncomfortable. And I'm drinking my coffee out of it today. It's actually on my website if you're interested in getting something like that, because it's literally the energy right now is so uncomfortable for so many people. Sure, Michelle. Can you just do a hashtag FYP for me? Hey, Morgan, welcome, honey. I'm not doing specific free questions. So if you would like that to be looked at, you can send $5 for a mini or $15 for a full, or I can pull an open-ended angel card for you. If you want an open-ended angel card, that's fine. Just let me know and write hashtag FYP to help support the channel. Moving tomorrow. Cool. Now I do a free angel message every single day, one per person. I do a daily message for the collective of an oracle card. I do a daily message for the collective of a tarot card. And I'm usually on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays around this time. Michelle, what does Michelle need to know right now? What does Michelle need to know? Ooh. You got Archangel Michael. I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine purpose. That's your message today, Michelle. Now, the thing is, Archangel Michael, for me, I mean, that's what it says on this card. But whatever Archangel Michael means to you, for me, Archangel Michael is more of a like protector. I find him to be somebody who really supports your energy, keeping you safe, keeping your energy safe and happy, and really being in a place of guiding you in your highest and best interest. So definitely, Archangel Michael's a strong one, a very strong one. So if that's something that resonates with you, definitely connect with him. He's not a specific religion. That's one of the things I like about him. He's seen across all religions. You're welcome. I love that too for you. Good luck with the move. I know how hard that is. Thank you for the follow, Diane. Diane, I can look into you and Ian, but I'm not doing free specific questions. So I would need you to send $5 for a mini or $15 for a full, or I can just pull a general angel card for you. If you'd like a general angel card, let me know. And just write hashtag FYP, hun. That's what I was just doing for Michelle, a general angel message. That's what I offer for free. General card? Sure. Can you write hashtag FYP for me so that the channel gets supported? It helps the algorithm out a bit. Ooh, I'm going to take this ring off. It's bothering me. Ooh. Why is it filtering that you're packing? How stupid. You too. Have fun. Good luck. Moving. I used to move so much when I was younger. I would move every year, every 2 years, just because I would get tired of where I was living. It's a lot of work. Good luck. I hope it all goes well. Diane, thank you for the hashtag FYP. I see that. Okay, let's get you a card. All right. What does Diane need to know from her guides today? Good morning, YouTube. How are you guys? TikTok, we have a like goal of 6,000 likes. So if we get to 6,000 likes, I'm doing a giveaway, a full reading giveaway. What does Diane need to know? Diane, you got Leela or Layla. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. Spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. So I feel like for you, even if you can just get outside for 2 minutes, even if you can, if you can't, even just like taking a bath or taking a shower with some salt, some Epsom salt, some sea salt, something like that to try to help ground and bring in that natural energy for you. Hi, Angela. How are you, honey? I feel like that will help a lot to manifest what you're working on. I'm actually gonna, this song, I feel like, there we go. I have like over 100 songs. I put it on shuffle and the same songs come up. Like, why are you not shuffling? That's not what shuffle is. Shuffle isn't repeat the same songs over and over. Oh, I already pinned that. Never mind. Okay. Okay. How's everybody doing? The energies are weird today. Energies are weird. Did you guys wake up feeling weird this morning? Weird dreams, weird vibes. A lot of my clients are going through some stuff where they're having to make major decisions, taking them in a different direction than what they're used to. And it's making a lot of people grow, but it's also making a lot of people very uncomfortable. Whoop. There's a lot of self-sabotaging energy going on. And fighting the self-sabotaging energy, fighting the want to sabotage things. Hey, Brenda, welcome, honey. Hi, guys. So we're doing an angel message for free for each person. I just need your name and hashtag FYP. If you'd like a card pulled, we're doing $5 mini readings and $15 full readings. All right, let's see what the collective needs to know today for the tarot. What does the collective need to know for the tarot? For the day. Hey guys. Hi, Mystic Intuitive. Thank you for liking the live, you guys. Okay, so today we have the Hierophant. This is for the collective, the message for the day of the tarot. So the way that I'm seeing this today, it's definitely about like higher power stuff. And when I say higher power, I don't mean a specific denomination. I mean, whatever resonates with you, because everybody defines higher powers differently, and I'm non-denominational in all ways. So what I'm talking about with that is it's very much this energy of stepping into listening, going with the flow, calling in your guides, sitting. There's a lot of meditation vibes that I'm getting. If you don't meditate, if you're one of those people who's not comfortable with meditating, go for a walk, take a bath, spend time with your pets, color, play, something that turns your brain off from like spinning out. It allows messages to come in better. I also feel like it's important for some of you to take a class or to seek out a mentor. So you may be struggling with finding your next steps. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do next? A lot of people are feeling lost right now. And the best way to work through that is by talking to somebody that is a bit wiser, or that has more knowledge, or that is more experienced in life, and working through that. You could also get a reading. I don't usually promote my readings in that way on here, not through a card message, but you could also get a reading from a trusted advisor. I don't necessarily, it doesn't have to be with me. It could be with somebody that you trust. But I do recommend, if you're getting any kind of advice when it comes to life advice. Thank you for the follow, Lydia. Make sure you're talking to somebody that you have vetted, that you have faith in, because putting your questions and putting your ideas and goals and thoughts into somebody's hands, they can shift the energy by giving you negative feedback without meaning to, especially if they're not somebody that's a higher vibration. Like if they mean well, but they don't know what they're talking about, that can be a problem. Hey, Lydia, I can definitely look at that for you if you'd like me to. It's $5 for a mini reading and $15 for a full. When it comes to specific questions, I can pull an angel card for you. Good morning, I love me. How are you? I can pull an angel message for you, which is a general message, if you'd like something for free. If you want an angel message, I just need you to write hashtag FYP. Oh, that's right, Monica. It's going to take me a while to remember that. How are you, hun? You're welcome. Did you want an angel card, Monica? The sky. Do I follow you, Monica? I can only share the live with people that I follow, which I think is so silly because I'm not going to follow, 10,000 people. Well, I'm not there, but 3,000 people to share a live. I don't know if I follow you. Let me see. Can I get to your thing? Follow back. There we go. I'll follow you so I can share the live when I go live with you. I don't follow a lot of people. You're doing great. How are you? How am I? I'm good. The energies are kind of funky, but I'm doing all right. It's kind of a weird vibe the last couple of days. Been working through things. I'm waiting for, it's definitely the Mercury energy because I ordered a new device. I ordered a new phone to stream on for TikTok like last week, maybe even last week, I want to say. Might have even been the week before last week. And it was supposed to arrive yesterday, and I got an email yesterday morning saying that it's not going to arrive for another week and a half. And I just was like, nope, I can't wait that long. So I canceled it and ordered a new one from somebody else. Like I buy used stuff, like renewed, refurbished things. I don't buy brand new stuff. And I don't know if that's why maybe, but just random stuff like that has been happening. Random hiccups. What does Monica need to know today? Shanti again. That just came out for somebody else. Shanti likes to talk, apparently. I've been using this deck for a little while now, so I might switch it up. I might switch to a different oracle deck to use. It's 7 a.m. Okay. Monica. There we go. You got Bethany. You got Opal too, but I'm going to take the top one. Bethany says, the wind is blowing and knocking my other cards down. Bethany says, when you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, a sea salt bath, or a pedicure. I can't afford new. Yeah, me either. So that's funny because I was talking about baths a few minutes ago to somebody else. But I do feel like it's important to just slow down. Even if you can slow down for 5 minutes, it's important to slow down. I've been told that numerous times, relax and rejuvenate. Yeah, that's kind of like what's been going on culturally anyway, like going so fast. Like the collective is going through a lot of that. A lot of people are. So like burning ourselves out, it's not good. Hey, Keisha, good morning. How are you? I'm good. It's hard for me to slow down. Yep. I know. Me too. Me too. I'm the same way because there's always something to do. And if I had all the money in the world, or even like double the money I have, I'd be able to delegate and pay some people to help me out with some of the things that need to be done. But for now, the list is very long for me. But that's the someday goal, is to have enough stability that I can delegate some of my projects, like cutting the grass. Yesterday, I cut my grass. I hadn't cut my grass here. I usually cut my own grass, but like it was either 90 degrees or downpouring for like weeks. And if you don't know about cutting grass, you don't want to cut the grass when it's wet because it is a lot harder. It doesn't go well. It kind of messes everything up. It messes the lawnmower up. Like there's a lot of issues if the grass is too wet. And yesterday morning, it was nice outside. It wasn't hot and it hadn't rained the day before. So I was like, yes, I can cut the grass. Well, the grass was so long that just the top little section wasn't wet. But as you got further down, it was really wet. And it was like clumping up and like clogging the lawnmower. And it took me like 3 hours to do a normal 2-hour job. A yard I cut with my mama last week. Oh, cool. Is there anything I need to hear right now? So, Rye, if you are asking about like a general message, I can pull an angel card for you. I just need your actual name and hashtag FYP in the chat. How are you doing, Keisha? So yeah, that was like something weird. Like it took me almost 3.5 hours to do like an hour job, an hour and a half job because of the complications of the wetness. And that's just but it needed to get done. And I could pay somebody to do it, but I don't have money to do that. So it takes away from the other stuff I have to do. Ryland. Okay, let's see what you got to do here. What you got to know. What does Ryland need to know? Just coasting along. I actually posted something. Always try to help my family out. That's great. Good morning, Mimi Sales. How are you? Welcome. Ryland. What does Ryland need to know? Yeah, I don't ask. I'm so hyper independent. I never ask for help when I really should. I'll do it myself. I do it myself. I don't need anybody's because I've learned that I can't count on people. So I can't ask anybody because nobody shows up. All right, we got Archangel Raphael. I'm helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and in others. You are a healer like me. So if you're feeling tired, sluggish, you can picture Archangel Raphael. Oh, I don't know where I put the card already. I already mixed it in. Here it is. Archangel Raphael works with this like emerald green light. So you can picture yourself surrounded in green light like that. If you can visualize, and it can help heal things. I'm trying to change myself. How I am too. Yeah. I became this way because I used to ask for help, and I learned over years of living on my own that most people don't show up for you. And I mean, for small things, they can't be bothered. So like, I do have a support system, but when it comes to daily stuff like cutting the grass, yeah, nobody's going to do that for me. I need to buy a new microwave to be installed over my stove because I can't lift it up. I'm not strong enough and I'm too short. And I have nobody to do it. Nobody to install it. I can buy the microwave. I'm ready. But who's going to put it in for me? So that's a thing. But I think I found my soulmate in a way, and I'm happy. I'm changing for him and our happiness. Oh, I love that for you. Hi, Miss Key. I don't do yes or no questions. If you'd like me to look at something specific, you can send $5 for a mini reading or $15 for a full. The only thing free that I do is an open-ended angel message. My mom always DIY stuff herself. Yeah, DIY. The problem is that there's only so, like, I can handle most stuff by myself, but I'm not, like, I put my air conditioners in and out. of my windows by myself. Like there are things I can do, but like I'm short and I'm not super strong. So I do have some physical limitations that I really could use another person to help me out with stuff, and it doesn't happen. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I'll figure it out someday. An open-ended angel message. So yeah, so the way that works is I need your name and for you to write hashtag FYP, and then I just pull a card for you. And I tell you whatever comes through with that. Same old stuff, different days for now, Keisha says. Yeah, I get you. The energy's been funky. I actually have frankincense incense going today, which I usually don't burn when I'm live, but it's very like grounding, which is better than just like some kind of general scent right now, because it's very, I don't know, the energies are floaty. I don't know how to explain it. Last night after I cut all the grass, it was like maybe 6 o'clock and we had a thunderstorm, and it was a lot. It rained a lot. And right before it started raining, there was this like baby, not baby, but like this, I don't know, teenage fledgling robin, Jade, hashtag FYP. Hey, Angela. Okay, Jade, I'll pull a card for you, hon. And I'm like chasing it. Like it's like out in the middle of my yard, just like sitting there. And I'm like, why are you letting me walk up to you? Are you hurt? Like you should be running or flying away. What is wrong with you? And I kind of like shoot it. It ended up running, but it let me get way too close to it. And I was like, what are you doing? Like, you're not supposed to be this like, I didn't raise you. So why are you letting me get this close to you? That's not good. No sense of like fear. I don't know. Like I shoot it under a bush because it was starting to downpour. And I'm like, this little guy is standing out in the, I don't know. He's gone now. So I guess he's okay. But like, hold on, you guys. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you, Tay. Okay, Jade, hashtag FYP. Let's see, Jade. What does Jade need to know? Jade, what message does Jade need to know today? Jade, you got Azure. Your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith and don't try to force it to happen. So whatever you're trying to create, whatever you're hoping for, it's divine timing is what I'm seeing with this clock. You got to just let it happen. Let it flow. Tay, you asked, Jalen, I don't do yes or no. If you'd like me to look at a specific question, it's $5 for a mini, $15 for a full. Same with you, Charlton's girlfriend. And I think that's all of you. So yeah, the only free thing that you see me doing right now is an open-ended angel card. So Tay, if you'd like an open-ended angel message, that's fine. I need your name and hashtag FYP, and I'll pull an angel card for you. Anything besides that is $5 for a mini reading and $15 for a full. And if we get to 6,000 likes, you guys, I'll do a free full reading. But we got to get there. So tap that screen. How's work going, Keisha? You got your new job going, right? For those of you that are watching, if you didn't know, I just recently released an introduction, learning how to read Oracle card course on my website. It's 75% off right now at $22. Its original price is $88. So if you're interested in that, I highly recommend you check my links in my bio and go over to my website and sign up for that. It's unlimited access. You can take your own time. You get one free session face-to-face with, Zoom with me, and unlimited questions through email. Hey, Mandy, good luck. I hope you get the job. I don't pull free messages, so you can get an open-ended angel card if you'd like, which is an angel message. It's whatever comes through. If you'd like that, you can write hashtag FYP and card for me to pull one for you. That's the only free thing I'm doing. If you'd like me to look at the NASA thing, it's $5 for a mini and $15 for a full. Or you can try to get the like goal up there, or the gifting goal. The gifting goal is good morning coffee cups. I also do a card pull for subscribers. So if you're interested in that, I go live 3 times a week minimally. It's worth it for a subscriber. Like, I do an actual card message, not just like an open-ended thing for subscribers. Hey, Southern Princess. Oh, thank you for the subscription. FY. Okay. So, that's you, Mandy, right? You're a Southern Princess. Yes. Okay. Holly, that is a $5 or a $15 reading, or I can pull a open-ended angel message for you like I'm doing for Mandy right now. If you'd like an open-ended angel message, it's hashtag FYP. What does Mandy need to know? Woo! Wow, that one went far. And I can see that it's patience. Let me see if I can get it without having, because I'm all like, there's all sorts of wires around me. It's not easy to get up and go over that way. Okay, so you got the card patience, Mandy. And it says, now is the time to learn, study, and gather information. Enjoy being a student, because in the future, you will synthesize your knowledge into action. So you asked about a job. It's probably good to brush up on all your information. It's probably important for that. And this is around a lot of water and a sunset. So if you can get near water during the sunset, I recommend you doing that as well, because it may help your energy. So you guys, we're doing a 6,000 like goal giveaway. Subscribers, if you subscribe, you do get a card pull, a specific card pull. When I go live 3 times a week. So that's 12 times a month. If you're interested in that, I go live Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesday mornings usually. Oh, my incense burned out. Wow. The incense that I'm using, so you guys can see it, it's kind of weird looking because it's coated in resin. And because it's coated in resin, sometimes it burns out. It lasts a really long time, but sometimes it needs to get relit. I burn incense usually when I'm live. I do. I usually burn incense when I'm live. So I have different kinds. So I have an extreme peppermint one. This one's like a quick burn. It's usually like a half an hour burn maybe. But these are coated in resin. This is frankincense and myrrh. This company is my favorite. And it's very it's long burning. So it will take almost an hour and a half for this one stick to burn. I'm very sensitive, smell sensitive, sensory, honestly. I'm ADHD, but it's neurospicy. So, and I only got diagnosed with that not long ago. So I've realized so much of my life makes sense of my quirks and personality and things like that. I'm very sensitive with light, with smell, with eating textures. And temperature. So, and I always have been. I get migraines really easily. I get nauseous really easily. I'll get dizzy. So I'm very, very picky about candles, about scents, candles, flowers, air fresheners, incense. It has to be high quality. because if it's not, I'll end up getting a headache from it. And some days I won't burn incense if I have a headache. I do also like Palo Santo a lot. That's another one I'll use to like cleanse my cards if I'm not feeling enough to do a full-blown incense. Hey Rebel, how are you? Do any of you guys know who this band is? I don't know if you can hear it. I'll give you a free tarot card pull if you can guess the right band. No cheating though. I like the case it comes in. Do you mean this? Do you mean that? This is something I bought from Walmart like 15 years ago, 10 or 15 years ago. It's soapstone. It's carved. There's holes in here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's holes. And it's like stone almost. So it's really solid. The purpose of it is you're supposed to be able to close it and it's supposed to burn, but because it sticks out, it doesn't work that way. It burns out. But yeah, I got it for like $5 like 15 years ago in like the candle section in Walmart. You never know. You never know. I love it. It's actually my favorite incense holder. Yeah, Tonks has a vet appointment tomorrow, and like they're driving me crazy. Tonks is my cat, for those of you that don't know. She used to hang out right behind me. Sometimes she still does, but right now she's in her bedroom. She has a bedroom she loves. Betty, I need you. Yeah, she's my little senior citizen kitty. Yeah, so those incense I love. They're the company is called Fred Souls. I discovered it over a decade ago now. There was a small it was called Herbs and Angels was the name of the shop. There was a small metaphysical shop in my area that sold crystals, incense, cards, all different kinds of metaphysical things. Sage, I don't even know. And they used to burn this scent, and I was like, "Oh my god, that smells so good! What is that?" And it was always this smell, and they showed it to me, and I was like, I'll have to. I used to buy it from them, and then they went out of business, so then I started ordering it directly from the company. And I have to say, there's very few scents from Fred Souls that I don't like. I like their dragon's blood. I like their rose. I like frankincense and myrrh. I like spicy cinnamon. That one's kind of strong though, but it's still good. It's good for money drawing in abundance. I don't know. That's all I can think of right now that I like from them. Ooh, we're almost at 6,000K, you guys. Okay, I have to step away for just a quick second. I have to take a quick bathroom break because I have drank so much. This thing was full. My Sit in the Uncomfortable. This is on sale, by the way, on my website if you're interested. It's a design that I made myself because I'm constantly telling people that you have to sit in the uncomfortable in their readings in order to grow. And I've drank 2 of these. So I'm going to step away super quick. I'm sure we're at 6,000 likes. Cool. So when I come back, I'm going to do the giveaway. But I'll be back in just a minute. It takes me like 2 seconds. So, you know this song? Yay! I might start doing like random obscure songs and see if people can guess who it's by. And if you can guess who it's by, then I'll pull a card. I need to drink more water. Girl, when I tell you, do you see how big this is? This is an average size one, right? Do you see how big this is? This is like the size of a Stanley. It's not a Stanley, but it's the size of one. I drank 4 of these yesterday. And I drank 2 coffees with protein shakes in it. And I drank 2 liquid IVs, and I was still thirsty. I definitely think there's something wrong with me. I was also outside with the lawnmower stuff, so I don't know if it was that but I also take Adderall, and Adderall dehydrates you. So I don't know, like my mouth is so, I want to drink all the time. I got to talk to my doctor about it because I'm like, what is wrong with me? I feel so thirsty constantly. It's bad. It's bad. Nothing seems to fix it. I just am constantly, and thankfully I work for myself because back when I was a teacher, let me tell you, I didn't drink all day because you don't know when you're going to get a bathroom break. Most of the time, though, I had assistants, so I was lucky. I had other adults in the room, and if I needed to, the other adults, I could have the other adults watch the kids real quick and step out and come right back. But a lot of times, you didn't have a chance to go to the bathroom. You got to go to the bathroom 2 times, maybe 3 times a day as a teacher, during your lunch break and during your prep period. That's pretty much it. So, like, yeah, I because of how much I drank, like, I'm constantly having to use the bathroom. And I went before, I went live, and I'll go after too. So I'll be right back, you guys, and we'll do the giveaway. Hold on one second. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So who's here? It looks like there's 3 people, but sometimes it doesn't. It's not always right. Show me who's viewing. Will it let me? Back. All right. Why can't I get out of this? There we go. Okay, you guys. So those of you that are watching, we hit the 6,000 likes on TikTok. And it's trash day because yesterday was a holiday here in Rhode Island. Wow. Wow. This is what my taxes pay for. These loud ass trucks that are falling apart. It's what my unbelievable. I do have my windows open, but like, damn. Hi, Abijah. I think that's how to say your name, Ja. Abijah. We're not doing free yes or no. We're doing one open-ended oracle message. Okay, guys. So, although I am doing a giveaway, so right now we're gonna do. I'm actually going to. If you're here and you want to qualify, what I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna do it a little bit differently because people got into a fight the last time I did a giveaway, and it was absolutely ridiculous and childish. So this time, what we're gonna do is I'm giving away one full free reading, and because we hit our like goal, so those of you that are here, I need your name. Oh, it was so ridiculous, Rebel. I don't think you were here when it happened. You mustn't have been. No, I didn't have any moderators. And I was just like, guys, this is ridiculous. Like somebody that hadn't even said hi was pissed that they didn't qualify for it. And I was like, how do I know you're here? How do I know you're here? And then they were like being mean to the person that won. It was ridiculous. It was so like we're adults here. I have the filters on that you can't come in if you're under 18. So like, come on. All right, so I'm ripping up slips of paper because what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to write the names on the paper, and then I'll pull from like a little, I have a little like, I'll go grab a little container in a second to put it in. I don't have something that is big, it fits right. And then I'll just grab whatever on live so you guys can actually see it. So if you're wanting a free full reading, what a free full reading is, it's a 10-minute reading. The question, here's the thing. So this is how to qualify. You have to be following my channel. You have to share the video. And I don't do, you also have to write hashtag FYP in the question. And I don't do the questions that do not qualify are medical, pregnancy, legal, and death. And I think that's all of them. So what I need from you, if you're in, I have paper running away. If you want to possibly win, is I need your name. I need you to write hashtag FYP, and I need your question. And your question is open-ended. And then I will write your name on a slip of paper, and then we'll see who wins. Okay. So I need your name, hashtag FYP, and your question if you want to qualify for an open-ended question, not a yes or no. Not a yes or no. Because I'm not gonna give you 10 minutes on a yes and no. That can be 2 minutes. Or even 30 seconds, actually. So your name, hashtag FYP, and your question. And then I'll write your name on a slip of paper, and we'll pull them. So get writing them on there. And then I'll pull all once. Angela. Okay, so we got Angela. I decided to do it this way because it's more fair for people. Angela. And we got Angela. We got Shannon. It's up to you. It's up to me. Do you know this, you guys? What's this from? Shannon Rebel. So we got Shannon Rebel. I just did that for myself, so I know I can keep track of who's who. That's okay. Greatest Showman. That's right, Rebel. Shannon. Okay, those of you that are joining, right now we're doing a giveaway. So if you want to qualify, I need your name, hashtag FYP, and your open-ended question. We got 2 right now. It says there's 4 of you watching. I'll give it another minute because I don't want to be giving away stuff to people that weren't even here that earned it, that didn't help with it. So 1 minute. Write out your name, your question, hashtag FYP if you want to possibly qualify for a giveaway. While I'm waiting, I'm going to go grab a container to toss the names in. Okay, so we got 2. Ten seconds, guys. Nobody else wants to try to qualify? Your name, your question, hashtag FYP to try to get, and we got 2 names. Not a lot of competition here. All right. Timer went off, so we're going to pull. We literally only have 2. So I'm just going to do this on camera like this. I have no idea who's who. Yeah, it's okay. You guys are here to do it. It says only 2 people are watching. I don't know who else is watching, but okay. Let's see. Who is this? Oh, my incense burned out again. Ah. Angela. You won. Okay. So, Angela, you're it, girl, today. Did you write your question? You did already write your question, didn't you? Let me go back up. Let me see. Right now. There it is. Thank you, Rebel. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Will Daniel and I be in a committed relationship? Okay. Well, I'll continue to do giveaways like that from now on, because that was a lot easier than having to try to decide what stood out for myself. So this is this container. This used to be a candle way back in the day. It was a Walmart candle, and I cleaned it out, and I actually put my phone in it. Oh, trash time. Ah, God. I'm glad that they take so much money for taxes here to not fix the trash trucks. And I pay, because I own a house here. I pay a lot of money in taxes. A lot. Anyway, let me focus on this. I don't want to focus on being irritated when I'm shuffling. Or you can do like me. Oh, dance to the other side. Okay. Angela, Daniel and Angela in a committed relationship. Marissa, you can send $5 for a mini to look into that, or $15 for a full. Okay, Angela, Daniel and Angela. Show me Daniel and Angela's potential for a relationship. Past energy, we have the Strength card. Present energy. Seven of Cups reversed for the present. Hidden. That card came out. Those two came out a lot yesterday, too. Too many. It was like 15 fumble. Okay. Hidden. Do that again. Dear Lord. We have the Four of Wands for the hidden. Obstacle. The Star. Environment. Jesus, they want to talk today. Child of Wands, which is Page of Wands, and Eight of Pentacles reversed. Advice. Explorer of Swords reversed and Ace of Cups reversed for the advice. Future. Magician reversed. I want to pull another card on the Magician reversed. Can you clarify that? Higher self activation. Magician reversed. Venus offering. Okay. All right, let me put my timer on. You guys know this band? I don't know if you can even hear it. Say it out loud. This song makes me sad. Hold on. Before I start your reading, I want to talk about this song real quick. Do you guys know about this song? There goes my hero. watching as he goes. So the band, if you don't know, because I'm such a 80s, 90s kid, this is Foo Fighters, and the song is called My Hero. And the Foo Fighters is one of the only bands that, I don't know like a ton of band history, but I recently learned about this within the last like year and a half. Foo Fighters is one of the only like rock bands that is still like really together after like decades of stuff. It's not the only one, but it's one of the only ones. And the lead singer, his name is David Grohl. He was the drummer for Nirvana way back in the day. He's very, very talented. And I honestly think he's a really great person from everything that I've seen. I could be wrong, but from everything that I've seen, he seems very like empathetic and compassionate and down to earth and humble and kind. And it popped up not long ago on my YouTube feed to watch this video of a kid playing drums during a live show for the band. And I was like, what is this? And I watched it and I started crying so badly. I'm going to get to your reading, Angela. This isn't part of your time. So it was this song that they played. And what it was the drummer, the guy that was the drummer forever for Foo Fighters had died recently when that live show it was their first live show back, and the drummer had died. I think it was their first live show back, and the drummer had died, and he was like extremely talented. I can't remember what he died from. I don't think he overdosed. He might have overdosed. I can't remember. But his kid, who is like a 16-year-old boy, was the one that played the drums in the live show for his dad. And it was like, just saying it, like I'm still getting goosebumps. Like he was so good. And you could see like the pain and the grief and like the sadness and the anger of losing his dad, but he like rocked it better than his dad. Oh no, is it? Okay. Rebel, is it cutting in and out for you too? Because I'll reset it. I'll log off and come right back in. Is it doing that? Because I want you to be able to get... It isn't good. Okay. Okay, hold on. It's probably the device. Wait a second. All right, I'll be right back. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm going to close out and then I'll be right back. Okay. Oh, freak. Horror. Okay. Back. What the hell is that? Okay. I'll be back in 1 second. I want to check. There's something sparkly catching my eye. I want to see what it is. What is that? Is that just water on a plant? Yeah, I think. It is. It's just water. It's like dewdrops from the rain on a plant. And the sun's hitting it just right. Okay. Let me sign back in. Freaking TikTok. Hi, Manny. I'm not quite sure what you mean by the list. I don't have a list going right now. The only list is I'm going to be doing a full reading for our client on TikTok, which I just had to reset because I was having tech issues. But after that, I don't have anybody. But lists are for paid customers. So if you're wanting a paid reading, it's $5 for a mini and $15 for a full. Hey, sorry, you guys. Is that better? Ugh, so annoying. Is that better? I can't. Okay. I don't know if it's my device because this device is old and that's why I'm upgrading it, or if it's Mercury retrograde or what. I was supposed to get a new device yesterday and Amazon was like, "Oh, sorry, your order's delayed for another 2 weeks." And I was like, "No. I canceled it and ordered a new one that's coming tomorrow." So I'll have a new device by Thursday. Thank God, because I'm over this nonsense. So I don't know what you guys heard. I was telling the story about the Foo Fighters. Did you guys hear any of that, or did it cut in and out? I was playing. I wasn't like timing. I hadn't even started your reading yet, Angela. I pulled your cards. That's it. It's this song. Did you guys hear that story? Yeah, it's definitely the retrogrades. So this song, "My Hero" by Foo Fighters. Okay. So this song gives me like the chills, and it's only because of recently. So what ended up, I recommend you go and like listen. You can look it up on YouTube too. Unfortunately, someday I'm gonna have a different setup where I can like share things and like share my screens and stuff. But to do all that, it costs money. So we're on the low budget side here at Mel's Divination. But I've always liked the Foo Fighters. They're a band from like way back in the day, from when I grew up in the 90s. They're one of the only bands that didn't have a ton of drama. They're like a rock band. And the singer, the lead singer, his name's David Grohl, and he was the drummer for Nirvana back in the day before he established the Foo Fighters. And not long ago, I don't like follow them. My actual favorite band is 9 Inch Nails, which I probably have never said on here. But I follow 90s stuff, but I'm not like, oh my God, I need to know what's going on here. And it had popped up. There was a video that had popped up on my YouTube that was a live show of the Foo Fighters. Hey, Adam, how are you? Playing this song, "My Hero." And it was a recent, and there was a kid playing the drums. And I was like, why? And the audience was like, oh my God. And I was like, what is going on here? So I had no idea. And I opened it up and I'm watching it and I immediately started crying because the drummer of the Foo Fighters, I'm good. How are you? You said you're good already? Sorry. I'm so used to just saying that. Let me see. Drummer of Foo. His name was Taylor Hawkins. He died in 2022. And it was an overdose. Heroin, antidepressants, and benzodiazepine. I don't know if I'm going to get flagged for saying that. Hopefully not. TikTok does that sometimes. So what caught my attention was with that song, there was a live show and very, very emotional. The people, the audience, the comments, the singer was very emotional. And it was this song. And there was a kid playing the drums. And I was like, who's this kid? He was probably like 14, 15. And it turns out it was the original Taylor Hawkins, the original drummer. It was his kid who's playing the music, who's playing the drums. And it was so good and like so emotional. And like, I do recommend, if you like this kind of stuff, go and Google it on YouTube and watch the live of this specific song with Taylor Hawkins' kid playing it, because he plays it just as good as his dad who passed away. And you can see like the raw emotion of how angry he is that his dad is gone and like trying to make his dad proud. And like, oh my God, so sad, so emotional. So whenever I hear this song, it takes me to that, like, because it's something that happened not that long ago. Sad, very sad. And I really like David Grohl because he just seems, everything I've ever seen about him, he's the lead singer of the band. He's like a down to earth guy. He's in his 50s. He's like the kind of guy you'd want to be your uncle or something. Like, I've seen him stop shows because somebody falls during the show, if you've ever been to a rock show, people don't do that. People don't stop a show. The singers don't stop playing to make sure that a person who fell in the audience is safe. Although I have seen Jared Leto do it too. I have seen him do it as well. So I'm the kind of person that I love rock music, but I also love real people, like good people. So, okay, Angela, you still here? I'm going to start your reading, honey. So total tangent of me having to share that story, but whenever I hear the song, it's all I can think about. And like the song is My Hero, which is so sad because it's his dad that died. Ugh. Okay. All right, girl. So you were asking if you guys will get into a committed relationship, right? So I already pulled the cards. And I got sidetracked because of my little story, and that happens. But that's why I didn't start your timer yet. And it's good that it worked out that way because obviously, I guess I had to reset anyway. So with you, we have the Strength card in the upright. Sorry, that came out in the present energy, and then the Seven of Cups in the reversal, which is why I was going to say reversal. No, oh my God, hold on, reset, back it up. Strength in the passing energy, Seven of Cups in the present energy. Jesus, Mel, where are your words today? Holy moly, Batman. Okay, so with that, I feel like this being your passing energy, is this your only major arcana? No, it's not. It's saying that you guys had a really solid connection. This isn't something that's just going to wither and fade and die overnight with a challenge, with a drought even. This is something that you can count on. It's something that will continue to grow. You asked if there will be a committed relationship. So it is still growing, maybe not thriving right away, but it is surviving, minimally surviving. The connection is not dead. With the Seven of Cups and the reversal in the present, and I usually read the environment with the present. Your environment cards are Child of Wands. Oh, and it's reversed again because I reset the dang thing. TikTok. Can't you just freaking save my settings? So you have the Eight of Pentacles reversed with the Child of Wands in the environment. Child of Wands is Page of Wands. So this is telling me these three together. It's telling me that there's a lot that needs to grow here before it can be the committed relationship. This isn't bad, but it is kind of like in the infant stages. So with the Seven of Cups in the reversal, I do feel like he knows that he wants you. He knows that there's potential for a real commitment here, but he's not putting the work in right now with this Eight of Pentacles in reversal. This is lazy. This is taking it for granted. This is not doing. This is not pursuing. This is not chasing. Or like trying, really. And with this Child of Wands, it's because it's an immature energy. It's because it's underdeveloped. It's because he still needs to grow. Child of Wands isn't bad. It's just young. It's impulsive. It's emotional. It is sudden. It's fun. It's excitement. It's adventure. But because of these two together, it's very like, this needs to grow more. This is underdeveloped energy for me. And that, so in the now, I don't see a commitment in the now. However, the Four of Wands came out in the hidden. A commitment is there. A commitment is in the subconscious, in the behind the scenes. In the now, no. Is it showing up in the energy though? Yes. So this, when it shows me the hidden, because Four of Wands to me, when it comes to a romantic relationship, it's next levels of commitment. So you guys are not in a committed relationship, so it would be in a committed relationship. If you were in a committed relationship and you didn't live together, it would be the next, whatever the next step is. That's what this says to me, of security and growth and building. And it does feel like with this, that is going to come, that is going to occur. But because it's in the hidden, it's behind the scenes. It's sort of like in the back of the head. It's in the subconscious. He's not really looking at it right now because he's having a good time being lazy. It's there, which means it will show up. It's just not coming forward right now. With the star in the challenge, this is such a beautiful card. I love this card. I can't wait to have a better phone. And then we'll figure something out about YouTube. I don't know. I'm definitely going to start streaming. I found a program that streams YouTube and TikTok together, but it has to be from a desktop. And I'm not set up for that yet. And you have to pay for the account. So that's my next work goal, is to get there. But this card is so gorgeous because the star is, yes, astrology, but it's universe. What do we do with stars? We wish on them, right? We wish upon a star that stands out. We see the first star in the night sky that we want, that sticks out to us, and we send it a wish. We ask for what we want. We're hopeful. We have faith. We have desire. We have joy. It's this lighthearted energy that's like, it's not done. There's more to come. So this is in the obstacle right now. So what this is telling me, it's not, the star actually is, I rarely see the star as a negative card. It usually isn't. Even in a difficult position, it's basically saying you might be challenged to find the hope. You might be challenged to believe that this is going to happen, because in the 3D, it's not. In our world, what you're seeing in the real world right now, the behavior, the actions, it's not, you're not seeing that actual, you're not seeing it. So how can you have that hope that that's going to happen? So you might get to a place where you're like, this is just never going to happen. It's just, I don't know what Mel's talking about. It's just not happening. She's leading me on. She's giving me false hope. Like, I don't believe this is going to happen. I'm not seeing it. Sometimes we have to go to that place so that the energy gets a little bit more free and we become more detached. I want you to look up, if you're not aware of it, the law of detachment. The law of attraction, everybody talks about, but we also have its duality, its partner, the law of detachment, which a lot of people don't know about. And in order to attract something, you have to detach from it. If we hold on to something too tight, we constrict the energy and we don't let anything grow and change and breathe. We suffocate it. So that sometimes people have to get to this place of like, this isn't going to happen. I give up. I let go. And just as we let go, boom, it happens. The thing that we've been wanting, because we let go. We stopped holding too tightly. It's almost like a science. Like, I know it's like manifesting, and I know it's like magical and the spiritual and the new age. But when I learned about the law of detachment, which I'd have to say was maybe 3 years ago now, I learned about it. And I just was like, oh my God, this is everything I've been tracking. Because I had been tracking, because I've been doing professional readings for over a decade now. Full time, I've been doing it for five years, almost 6 years now. I've been tracking that clients. Hold on, I want to pause this because this is kind of like an off topic. You still got 2 minutes, so I wanted to pause it to not waste your minutes. So I've been tracking it as a reader scientifically, because I'm the person that likes to see the evidence. Show me the evidence. Show me the proof. Show it to me. I want to see. Is this real? How is this possible? So I started, I wish I had taken notes about it. I do. Oh, I had to reset. I actually haven't made any paid readings today, but I had to reset TikTok, Kristen, because I was giving away a free read and it started acting up. So I had to reset it. But there's been no paid readings today as of right now. I've gotten a few gifts, but no paid readings. So it's Tuesdays for some reason it's like that. I don't know why. Tuesdays a lot of times tend to be like meh, meh. Anyway, Angela. So I wish I had written it down so I could go back and tell you like the percentage, but my clients that were trying to manifest a relationship or manifest somebody coming back or manifest something, as soon as they would get over it, they would be so obsessive. The ones that were obsessive would be so hyper focused. When is this going to happen? Is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? I'm not seeing it. When is it going to happen? Like every couple of days or every day, trying to get a reading, wanting to know, why am I not seeing the evidence? Why am I not seeing it? Why am I not seeing it? And they were choking the energy. And then as soon as they'd be like, well, I give up. It's not going to happen. I'm just going to move on. Forget it. I've been wasting my time. And they get irritated and they let it go. Boom, it comes right around. And I have seen that time and time and time and time again. And that's what the law of detachment is. And I never realized that there was like an actual, like, I don't know, energetic scientific law that matches that until somebody introduced the law of detachment to me. And I was just like, oh my God, I wish I had taken record of it. I wish I could have, so I could be like, oh, out of this many people, it happened this many times. I wish I had documented it because I read for, honestly, hundreds of people a week usually. So it's because I read across a bunch of different ways. So it's really hard for me to keep track of stuff like that. And Kristen on YouTube right now is going, yup, because she's one of them. She's one of them. I cannot tell you. I've been reading for Kristen for almost 3 years now. And I cannot tell you how many times I would be like, Kristen, you got to focus on something else. Let it go. Stop obsessing. Do you know how many times you said his name today? Stop it. Focus on something else. And I would give her tough love because after a while, I wouldn't do it to her right away. But after a while, I'd be like, stop it. Stop it. You're choking it. Stop. And as soon as she'd get frustrated and be like, it's just never going to happen. It's fine. Like, I can't. And she would let go. He'd come flying in. Like, I swear to God, it would happen to her every time. So whenever she gets in her head, I'm like, do you remember what happens when you stop chasing it? Do you remember what happens when you just trust? Yeah, it happens. I will work on letting go and hope that it all works out. Yeah. So, okay, let me finish the cards for you. All right. So your advice is Ace of Cups reversed, Explorer of Swords reversed, which is Knight of Swords reversed. I feel like this is basically saying exactly what I was talking about with the star. You've got the releasing, the detachment, because when you're holding on, because like if you have a cup, nope, that's not a cup. If you have a cup upside down, things pour out, right? Things pour out. It's not holding anything. You're releasing it. You're releasing the holding on to the love. And it is scary to let go, especially if you have anxious attachment, and many of us do. With the Explorer reversed, Explorer of Swords reversed, this is saying don't contact. Don't be the one that, I'm throwing cards on the floor. Don't be the one that initiates. Don't be the one that pours into it. Let him do it. He has to break out of this immature, lazy phase. And the only way that's going to happen is by you. There's Kristen. Girl, I get it. It's scary to let go, she says. And the only way that's going to happen is by you hands off the wheeling it. Hands off the wheel. And that's uncomfortable. That is uncomfortable. That's where this phrase came from, actually. I used to say it to Kristen all the time. You got to sit in the uncomfortable. You got to. And it's so funny. I don't remember who said that. He will if you let it go. That's the problem. So no signs. Lean the hell back. And this is where a lot of clients have a hard time because, so I'm going to pick on Kristen for a minute because I know she's cool with it. This is where people like even Kristen have a hard time because you'll wait like a week and you haven't heard from him. And it's not working. Oh, it's not working. Oh, it's not working. I don't think it's going to work. See, he's forgotten about me. What if he's forgotten all about me? Kristen used to say that all the damn time. What if he's forgotten all about me? He hasn't forgotten you. It's been a week. He's just not obsessive the way you are. He's focused on his life and other things. And it's going to catch on that you haven't reached out. And then you're going to hear from him. But if you break the cycle, if you suddenly start reaching out again, You're teaching him he can be lazy. He can take advantage of this because you're just always going to come back. You're always going to do the work for him. Why? Why would he do the work if you're doing it for him? Being in no contact has its benefits. Yes, absolutely, Rebel. It sure does, because it lets you work on your shit. It lets you focus on, you can't control your person. Whoever the person is, there's no control there. All you can control is this. And the sooner you surrender and give yourself that power of, I'm just going to pour into me because that's all I can do, the quicker. And I give that advice to a lot of people. It sounds like repetitive because I hear myself saying it a lot, but a lot of the clients that I get are the people that benefit from that advice, which is why people get attracted to my readings. It works, and him and I are in a good place now. Yeah. Hold on, I dropped your last card. Let me finish it up. So then you had the Magician reversed, and then I pulled the Higher Self activation and Venus offer. See, he's going to offer. Magician reversed, don't control the don't. Kristen, do you remember what I used to say to you about what the Magician reversed is? Because I see it the same right now. It's not always. Don't manipulate the situation. Don't. Magician is about manifesting. We as humans manipulate. Every single one of us. Some people do it and they know they do it. Some people do it intentionally. And some people do it like Kristen, not realizing that they do it. And the reason why I noticed it in Kristen is because I've done it. So a lot of the things that I see for you guys, I've experienced it already. And I've had to learn the hard lessons to help you all with what you're going through. So the Magician reversed, it like having expectations of what it could be. That's part of it. That's holding on to the potential. That's making a story. That's giving a narrative to the potential. And you can see potential. That's great. But until it's real world, I have a whole story I could tell about that. I actually told a whole story on my members only on my YouTube channel because I don't share a lot of my private stuff publicly. But there is a very specific person, and I shared this a little bit, that has been in and out of my life for over a decade now, who has extremely good intentions, and they're a hot mess. And they come in and they self-sabotage and they leave. And they come in and they self-sabotage and they leave. And they want to be in a better place, but they're not doing the work. So they can have good intentions. Intentions don't even matter. I can intend to lose 70 pounds. If I don't diet, exercise, watch what I'm eating, taking care of my body, moving more, I'm not going to lose anything. I intend to, but what's that going to do? Nothing. So, like I can't contact Bolt Guy unless I write him another letter. It helps through that. It's all on him. Yes. I had recommended to Rebel to write a letter. So that's something you could also do if you want. I don't feel like you need to, though. Higher self activation by Magician reversed. It's saying that you're focusing on your stuff, by focusing on your stuff, by not trying to stir the pot or have control. You're not the puppet master, whether you mean to or not. Kristen used to do it all the time by accident. Kristen would make him food or come up with an excuse of some kind and be like, oh, I got this for you, or I got that for you, or whatever it was she used to do. There was always something. And it was an excuse to see him. And she didn't realize that's what she was doing. She was being kind because that's her love language. She takes care of people, but he wasn't matching the energy. So he was taking advantage of it and not doing, he was lazy because she was doing it all for him. So with Venus, offering of Venus, this is literally saying to you, girl, if you just do you, you're going to get a love offer. You'll have the relationship. And I don't mean do you as in forget about the person. I don't mean do you as in go date. You can if you want to, but that's not what I'm saying. I mean do you as in put your goals first. Put your shit first, no matter what. and it will fall into place. So yeah, a relationship will. So here's the thing with my readings. And I know I read for you like yesterday, Angela, I think. My readings, my predictions are only as good as the client doing the work that's recommended. So do the work and that will happen. If you don't do the work, can it still happen? Sure. But it can take 4 years like it's taking Kristen, because it's taken her a while to do the work. So is it getting to where I predicted it would with her? Yeah, it is. But it's taken, she's put in a lot of obstacles along the way for herself because of, she had to learn the hard way. Sometimes we have to learn the hard way. Sometimes we don't hear it and we don't realize it until we're doing it. And then it's like, oh my God, I did it again. So be gentle with yourself. Definitely be gentle with yourself, because you're just growing and learning. But trusting the process, that the person, think about it this way. If you don't hear from him, are you going to forget about him? No, he's not going to forget about you. Sometimes it just takes people a while to catch on. I just got to have patience. I feel like I always do initiate in people. Yeah. And initiation is okay, but you don't want to be the main initiator all the time, because then you're draining yourself. And then, like with Kristen, you start to wonder, is he just talking to me because I'm the one I'm reaching out and I'm making it easy for him? Or is he talking to me because he actually wants to talk to me? And you won't know that if you don't give him the opportunity to show you that. And that's where a lot of people fail, because they get anxious. Most of my clients have anxious attachment, and I do too. And I'm still working on that as well. But that's where people will fail, because you'll get stuck in your head and you'll wait a week or 2 weeks and be like, oh my God, I haven't heard from him. I can't take it anymore. I have to just reach out. I have to just check on him. I have to do this. No, you don't. No, don't break the no contact. Let them do it. You don't have to tell them anything. They will figure it out. If they want you, they will try, no matter what. It can take time. But if they want you, it could take a year and they're still going to reach out to you. I've, like I said, had a person in my life who has gone over 10 years, didn't talk to them for 3 years because of just life and stuff. And then they started reaching out and I ignored them. And then a year went by and they reached out again and I ignored them. And then 6 months went by and they reached out again. And I finally was like, okay, what's up? And we went out on a date and stuff happened and we never got into an official relationship. There was ebbs and flows there. And at one point I had it with them because they ghosted me. And I just was like, I'm done with this. Like, I'm not doing this anymore. This isn't healthy. And I ended up blocking them. And then they came back 6 months later trying to fix it, insisting they were ready. And I had not reached out at all. I was completely blocked. And I was like, all right, show me. And I had my boundary. I had, this is the line in the sand. If you can't meet this expectation, we're not doing this. And for 5 months, promised, swore up and down, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I want this. I want this. I want this. I want this. Never met the expectation. And after one final, trash time again. At least this truck isn't as loud. The other one was so loud. Uh-oh. Did my boxes even come out? Oh, that one worked. I wonder if my box, it looked like the first one, the boxes didn't even come out. Do you have any time frames of when he will initiate? No. I don't really do timing because timing is a human understanding, not a spirit understanding. Timing is fluid. The past, the present, and the future are all happening right now. So I can tell you, the more you genuinely are detached, the quicker it'll happen. That I can tell you. The longer it takes you, the slower it's going to happen. So you have a little bit of the control of the speeding of things. But this person, so I had him blocked, I don't know, 6 months, maybe. I'm ready. All right. we have to go out on a date. You have to show me. You have to date me. Couldn't do it. Couldn't show up. That was the biggest issue with this person. Couldn't show up to save his life, even though he meant well. And I knew he meant well because I knew him before we had gotten romantic at all. And couldn't do it. So after like he blew me off, he stood me up for a date, I was like, nope, done. I'm not doing this again. So I blocked him again. And I blocked him for a year, over a year, actually. Blocked him everywhere. And he tried. He called me. He had me blocked on, I think, Facebook. And I don't even know why. But he had me blocked, which was silly because I wasn't the one reaching out. It was him at that point. And at some point after I had blocked him on the phone, he ended up unblocking me on Facebook so he could call me. And I blocked him. I didn't answer him. And then that was in like, I don't know, April last year, 2023. And then in June, that's when he tried to call me on Facebook. That's when I blocked him on Facebook. And then he called me on the phone in October 2023 and left me a voice message. He was blocked, but he left me a voice message. I didn't call him back. And then he called me again in March 2024. Didn't call him back. And then by end of June 2024, I finally was like, okay, what do you have to say? Like, it's been over a year. I'll hear what you have to say. Maybe. And I could feel that he wasn't ready, but I was just like, what do you have to say? And it was the same song and dance. And I just was like, if you really mean what you say, you're really doing a bad job of showing it. And you need professional help. I literally said that to him. And we had plans to go out. And 3 days before, he stopped calling me. And I just was like, I freaking knew it. And I blocked him again. So, and he will continue to try. He will continue to try because, and I haven't seen him in 2 years. So, what I can tell you, and this has been for 10 years now. Matthew Hussey, I recommend Matthew Hussey as like a guy's point of view with dating. I'm not going to say every guy thinks this way because they don't. But he said something one time, not gave me, but he said something in one of his videos one time, and this was like over 2 years ago, that really changed my perspective of my situation. I can see other people's situations. My own, not so much. And he said something about the most dangerous guy isn't the guy that ghosts you. It is the zombie. It's the one that ghosts you and comes back. That ghosts you and comes back. And ghosts you and comes back. Because that person is going to waste your life. You are going to be sitting there waiting for this person and keeping your life on hold for them until you finally wake up and let it go, which could be a very long time. If you let them come back, they're going to come back. If you let it happen, it's going to happen. And everybody does it for a different reason. So not every single situation is because the guy's trying to abuse you or trying to use you or is a narcissist or is playing a game. Everybody has their own reasons. So that I'm not boiling it all down to they're all the same because they're not. But having the attitude of I deserve better and finally embracing that was what my biggest lesson was. No, I don't deserve this. I am a ride or die person. I have been loyal from the beginning, and this isn't okay. And once you embrace the I don't deserve this, that's when things really start to shift. Because you deserve better. You deserve somebody that shows up for you, that doesn't block you, that doesn't disappear, that follows through, that makes you feel secure, that doesn't make you wonder, that doesn't trigger your anxious attachment. So once you kind of get to that place, it's so empowering. It's so empowering. And it's hard, especially if you have, and the funny thing is, this was the weekly card, right? Worthiness. It's all about knowing you're worth it, what you deserve. It really, really is. And some of those lessons are coming up this week. So it really genuinely is just about looking at yourself and being like I got to a place where I realized I do everything for the person that I love. I will bend over backwards. I lost a lot of money in 2021 and 2022 because I put aside time for him, and I should have been working. And I fell behind in building my business because I put aside time, too much time, for somebody that didn't deserve it. And once that like clicked in me, I just was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I am Harvard. I attract, I don't chase. Yeah. So I promised myself when I got to the beginning of 2024 and I saw how long I've been in business and doing this full time and where I wanted to be by now and how I'm so far behind. The only person I have to blame is myself because I allowed it to happen. And then I recommitted to myself in 2024 that I'm not going to give my energy to anything that doesn't make my life better. Anything that causes anxiety, they're not getting my time of day. They have to earn some attention. I'm not taking time off of work. If they want to see me, they have to work around my schedule. Like, I'm not doing it. And the dangerous piece is girls are taught that they're not worth it. Like, as a song from Beauty and the Beast is coming on, we're taught, our culture, and it's something that I've come to learn. I've done a lot of shadow work, and it's something that I've come to notice as I've been working myself. I am in therapy, but I went into therapy because my mom has cancer. I didn't go into therapy because of guys, but I've been working on a lot of my trauma is because of men, because of things that I went through. I've been through a lot of bad situations that I won't get into right now, because they would be very triggering for some people. But a lot of what I learned, and a lot of women, a lot of girls, we grew up believing that we're not complete unless if we have a man. We're not complete unless if we have children. Our only real reason to grow up is to get married. When you grow up, are you going to get married? What are you going to do when you grow up? Are you going to get married? Do you want to get married and have kids? When are you getting married? When are you going to have kids? When are you getting married? You meet a guy. Oh, are you guys going to get married? Do you think he's the one? Does he want kids? Like, over and over and over and over and over, most cultures, and I mean, look at what happens in all the Disney princess movies. The majority, not all of them. I think that's one reason why I love Moana so much. But I wanted to be the Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid lusts after this guy who doesn't even know she exists and gives everything up to go win him over. And as a little girl, I believed that. I was like 11 and 12 years old in 7th grade making mixed tapes for boys that I thought were cute who didn't even know my name. And I'd walk up to them in school and hand them a mixtape. And I'm thinking they're going to love me because I did this for them. And they're like, who is this girl? So girls, a lot of us in my generation, not all, it all depends on your upbringing, but a lot of us grow up being told, learn how to cook. You'll get a good man if you know how to cook and keep a house. You got to do this if you want to get a man. You want to get a husband, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, you got to make him happy, you got to do this, and it's not that you shouldn't be a good partner, because you should, but you can't even be a good partner if you don't take care of yourself first, if you don't know yourself. And a lot of people, a lot of women don't know how to do that because we weren't taught it. We were taught our value was in what somebody else sees in us. And that is where it's dangerous. And that is a super rant, but I mean, it's something that I have been 6K wanted to help you get there again. Oh, thank you. I'm not going to do another giveaway though. I'm not going to do one per day. So don't kill yourself to do that if that was your goal. Okay. I appreciate it though. So that is, I'm so ranting and raving about it, but it's because it's stuff that I've been working on. I went to a shadow work workshop, and I do want to offer something like that eventually, but they walk you through like a long meditation. And I've been single, like actually single, not in a committed relationship, since February 2020. And from the year 2003 2003 to the year 2012, 2013, I was single the entire time. I was not in a relationship all that time. And from 2010 to 2013, I was celibate. I wasn't dating. I wasn't trying. I wanted to be left the hell alone. I was 27 and I chose I was never going to get married, never have kids. And I already knew I didn't want to have kids, but like it was even more than that. And I became extremely comfortable with being alone to the point of where it was actually kind of hard to let somebody come back into my life. Just felt bad because you had to restart. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I was so comfortable being alone that I didn't want anybody. I didn't want anyone. And the person that changed that was somebody that he's my best friend. He's one of my best friends. Yeah, he's my best guy friend at this point. And I've mentioned him on here before. His name's Ricardo. But he did not give up. He's also a Scorpio. He is 11 days and 11 years younger than me. And he just would not. He was adamant that he was going to change my point of view about love, about guys, about dating. He was adamant about it. And let me tell you, I was so cynical. I was like, yeah, no. It took him almost 10 months to actually get me to be like, okay. Almost 10 months. And I fought it every step of the way. And it did change the way that I see relationships and love. But sometimes we really have to be alone for a long time to get to know who we are. And the relationship that I was in from 2016 to 2020, I lost me. I lost the woman that I had become. I'm like so close to getting back to who she is. And I don't mean physically, I just mean emotionally. I lost who I was. I stopped doing things that made me excited no matter what. I stopped pursuing things that made me happy. I lost myself in the relationship that I was in. And I've been slowly healing all of that and doing a lot of shadow work. So the whole point of this, I'm telling a story about to get to the shadow work point, which is like a long-ended way to get to it. When so I'm very comfortable with being on my own and have been. I've lived by myself since I was 23. I'm 40. I'm almost 42. I have been very comfortable with being alone. I'm not that, oh my God, I need somebody here all the time. I actually don't like it. And I went to a shadow workshop maybe 2 years ago now. I want to say it was 2 years ago. And they walk you through like different scenarios while you're meditating, and they ask you questions and like, what is your first response? And one of the questions was, what is your biggest fear? What is your biggest fear? And the word alone came out. And I just was like, what? I was so shocked that that's the word that came out, because I'm not afraid of being alone. And I just was like, what does that even mean? But they didn't want you to sit and judge it. It was just like, write it down, and we're continuing to move, and you can come back and look at it and question the why after. And it took me a long time to figure out what that meant. And it meant I didn't want to I wanted to share my life with people that were supportive. I didn't want to feel alone. I didn't want to feel like I had nobody. Whether that be like a marriage, no, not necessarily. But I felt very alone, not lonely, but I felt very alone because I didn't feel like I could count on anyone. So, and as at that time I had gotten hurt and I had no help. And I just was like, how am I functioning I need help, and I didn't have anybody to help me. And that is what was going on in me. Like, oh my God, as I get older, things are going to happen. I'm going to get hurt. I'm going to get sick. I don't have kids. I don't want kids, but like, who's going to have my back? So like, it was that like, oh my God, I don't have any support. I don't want to be alone. what if something happens to me? And even yesterday, I was out in the yard. This is a stupid little tangent, but yesterday I was out in the yard. I was cutting the grass. Like I said, yesterday and earlier today, I said I was doing that. And I hadn't cut my grass in a while. And I have a minor allergy to bees. And I don't know how severe it is because I haven't been stung in decades. And there's a reason for that because I'm super afraid of them and I like stay away from them. Because the last time I got stung, I had a really bad reaction. I didn't have an issue with breathing, but the spot that got stung, it quadrupled in size, which is not normal. And it scared me. And it just made me go, oh my God, I don't ever want to get stung by a bee again. What if it's worse next time? And I've heard that the longer you go between getting stung, the more severe the reaction could be. So I was cutting the grass and there was a bunch of yellow jackets that were like flying around. And all I could think of was my dad ran over a nest of yellow jackets once when he was cutting the grass and he got all stung up. And I, like, anytime I saw a yellow jacket, I'd let go of the lawnmower and I'd run. I must have looked like a crazy person in my front yard running away from one bee, because I doubt my neighbors could see this one little bee. But I was so scared that I was going to get stung because I live alone. I didn't have my phone on me. If I got stung in the middle of my yard and had some kind of major reaction, I don't have an EpiPen because I've never officially been diagnosed with an allergy for it. I could literally go into anaphylactic shock in my front yard and die and nobody would know. So that's what I mean by alone. Like, that's freaking scary. So it's okay to be alone, but having like the support. So literally that made me go, oh my God, I need to write a note to talk to my doctor about getting an allergy test so that if I do have an allergy to bees, the way I don't know. So I'm scared because I don't want to mess with that. Like, it could be fine or it could be really dangerous. I don't know. It's the only bug that I'm like really scared of. I don't like bugs. I'm also scared of black widows and brown recluse spiders because they're poisonous. Those scare me too. But like, it's the only bug I'm really scared of having some kind of horrible reaction and nobody's here to help me. I'm afraid of those kinds of things, of getting hurt somehow unexpectedly and nobody knows. I mean, I almost slipped in my shower right around the time I did that shadow class. And I almost fell and cracked my head open. Nobody would have been here to help me. I probably would have died in my shower by myself and nobody would notice because I don't have people that I talk to every single day. And so after that, I ended up asking one of my friends who is long distance. She lives in Florida. I live in Rhode Island, but we were talking pretty much every day. I ended up asking her. I gave her my mother's information. I gave my mom her information. And now we have like a thing in place that if she doesn't hear from me in 48 hours, she contacts my mom, which has never happened. But I now have like a system in place because you hear from me every day. So if you don't hear from me for 2 days, like something's wrong and you need to reach out to my family because my family is busy. My family has stuff and they don't check on me every day. Like, I talk to them maybe once a week. So it's okay with being alone, but you got to have some safety systems in place. That's my biggest thing. Like, I've been looking into also like some kind of way to call 911 if I fall and I don't have my phone next to me. Because call 911. Like, my family lives further away than an ambulance would from my house. But how do you call 911 if you don't have a way? So like, that's one reason why I have my watch. If my watch is connected to my phone, I can call 911 from my watch, which is super helpful. My mom made a joke. She's like, you need Life Alert. I was like, I'm 39. I do not need Life Alert. But I'm clumsy and I fall and I drop things and I slip. So anyway, long story, huh? Okay. So, I don't even know what else I was going to talk about. But yeah, so you're very deserving. You're deserving of being happy. And if you can't put your happiness on other people because they're always going to let you down. People are human. They're flawed. We all are. So that's something that I've learned, and it sounds so cynical, but it's true. Human beings mess up. Even if they have the best intentions, they still can make mistakes and drop the ball and hurt you, and because they have their own stuff going on. So it's important to find the joy here and not out there, because the sooner you can do that, and I struggle with it. I mean, I'm giving you speeches here, but like, I have depression, I have anxiety, I'm in therapy. Like, some days are really hard and some days aren't. And if I didn't have my cat that I have to take care of, there's some days I probably wouldn't get out of bed. But you have to show up for you. You have to. If you don't, nobody's going to save you. You have to do it for you. And that's the key there with that. I think I have an issue with getting small attention from a guy and making it bigger. Yeah, that's part of that breadcrumb thing. And I don't love buzzwords, but that's part of it. That's what people mean by breadcrumbs. Like, they just give you a little taste and then they pull back. A little taste and then they pull back. A little taste and then they pull back. And then it feels like it's something big, but it's not. There's a specific client that I have in mind, and I'm not going to say their name because sometimes they do watch, and I'm not trying to put them on blast. And they have not given me permission to share their name. So I won't, like Kristen has given me permission. She's a good friend of mine, and we've been working together for a long time, and she's grown so much. But this person that I'm thinking of right now will get very wound up, like excited, because somebody says good morning every day. He said good morning today. He's messaged me X amount of days in a row. Okay, what is he doing in person? When was the last time you guys spent time together? What did you do? Oh, we spent the night together. We had a great time. Okay, when's the last time you did something that wasn't related to sex? Months? That wasn't just about sex. Like, when's the last time you did something that was like a date or hanging out more than just coming over, sleeping together, and then going home the next day? So the actions, the words need to match the actions. And I'm guilty of that. That's where I've had issues with that guy that comes and goes, because he knows what to say. Even when you're not asking for it, he knows. He's not stupid. He is a very intelligent man. And he doesn't mean to be manipulative, because I do believe that he wants to settle down, but he is not anywhere near where he should be. He has major avoidant attachment issues, major commitment issues, and he has to work on them. And he may never work on them. And I am not. I want to enjoy my life. I don't know if I'm ever going to get married. Maybe. It's not a main goal. I want somebody to spend my life with, but it doesn't have to be the traditional, like, we walk down the aisle and are married. I have an aunt that I absolutely love. She was with her partner, who was a man, for like 30 years. They never got married. They were loyal to each other. They loved each other. They were each other's life partner, but they never got married because she had an issue when she was young with a guy that she was engaged to, and he screwed her over, and she said never again. And she did not want to marry. She didn't want to put the control of her own life into somebody else's hands. And not in a like, oh, I want to be with other men, but like financially and like safety wise, she wanted to have say over her life and not put it into somebody else's hands. So they never got married, but everybody saw him as her partner. So like that, if that's what happens for me, that's cool too. Like if I have a partner for several years, like I would like to have somebody that I can enjoy companionship with, but I'm not settling anymore. I'm not doing it. And I do recommend that you guys do that too, because settling for the little bits of breadcrumbs, it just makes you feel like you're not enough most of the time. Okay, guys. I see that there's a bunch of you watching. Not a lot of you talking because I'm just ranting and raving over here. Does anybody want an angel card that hasn't gotten one? I'm probably going to get going soon. Or want a reading or something. I have not eaten today, and it's noontime, and I'm starting to feel a little shaky, so I definitely need to go have some food. I usually eat before I go live, but I didn't have time today. Sure. Oh, right, Keisha. No, that's okay. I can try to get to it. Let me do Adam and Rebel. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so Adam, what does Adam need to know right now from his guides? This one wants to come out. You have Daniel, I am the angel of marriage and I am assisting you right now. That's kind of funny. I feel like for you, Adam, this is more about relationships than marriage. I don't like how specific that is, but it's more like you're getting guidance, you're getting support through relationships. Rebel, did you want a specific oracle card or did you want an angel one? I gotta turn my fan on. I'm getting hot. Hold on, you guys. It's actually warmed up. It was cool earlier. I was comfortable for a long time, but now I'm starting to warm up because all my windows are open. It's heating up outside. Rebel. Yeah, I know, right, Adam? Can I get a love oracle, please? Sure. Love oracle for Rebel. Ah! I don't know why I just did that. I don't do reversals with these. I'm just thinking I'm shuffling them like tarot instead of like my oracle. Love oracle. Expression and truth. Attraction, Mars, and hot. There's some Mars stuff going on. I gotta, let me pull the astrology thing out again. Vanity, pride, and ego. Tuesday and Wednesday are dominated by a quick succession of squares. Oh, Monday, be careful about battling egos. Tuesday and Wednesday are dominated by a quick succession of squares and oppositions by the moon, which are exacerbated by an explosive conjunction between Mars and Jupiter. Small skirmishes could quickly expand into metaphorical nuclear wars. There is a gleeful zestfulness to this energy, as if there is a thrill in wanton destruction and watching it all burn. It's important to focus on achieving justice as opposed to judgment and payback. So, I just dropped the hot Mars one on the floor, and it's like under the table. Yes, I will be on tomorrow on Wednesday. Yep, I will. Same time. Truth and expression, ego, vanity, and pride, and then I had the Mars one. I'm not climbing under the table right now. So I feel like for you, Rebel, this is about being truthful with yourself. Being truthful with yourself. I feel like you might get triggered with this Mars stuff, with that hot Mars thing that I was getting, and with the ego. Try to recognize, gotta go have an appointment, hopefully see you tomorrow. Yes, that would be great. I should be here tomorrow. I will be here tomorrow. As long as nothing crazy happens, I'll be here tomorrow. Knock on wood, because it's Mercury retrograde. God only knows. But I plan to be here tomorrow. So see you then. So I do feel like for you, Rebel, I'm going to pull one more from my other deck, but I feel like for you, you might end up getting triggered by some stuff. that might make you get a little like fired up, and it's important for you to stay grounded. Keisha, I can do your remote view chat in a second. You might get triggered about thinking too far ahead about things. Sunglasses, watching, looking, perception, stalking, mirroring each other, self-reflection, introspection, inner wounds. Yeah. And it's funny that these are both black and white. Just want my FYP to stop when he is coming back with he is coming back reads. Oh, I see what you're saying. It's funny because those two are black and white, and this deck is not black and white. So you got some black and white cards. Oh, some of them are black and white. I feel like the inner wounds, introspection, and perception are going to be really, really key here with that ego and pride. Be careful about that. Be careful how you see things. Sit down with it and be like, am I just being triggered? Am I just being triggered, or is this like, is this real, or is this just me feeling something? And as far as like the is he coming back reads, try not to watch them. That's why I don't do things like that. When I first started my TikTok, I started to do posts like that, like, oh, your no contact or your money message, but it just doesn't, it's not my style. Does it get people to the page? Sure, but it's not really my style. I could do it to bring people in, but for some reason it doesn't, I don't resonate with it, because collective readings like that, they're too vague, and it also isn't fair to people. You know, I feel like it kind of messes with people's energy. I used to watch collective readings way back in the day, and sometimes once in a while I would to support somebody, but like, I just don't like them. I don't like them. They're so triggering because it's not your specific reading. It's not your reading. It's a general reading that could be for 20,000 other people. And you think the person's talking to you, and it's so. I used to watch somebody called Baba Jolie on YouTube, and she does like an hour reading for each zodiac sign. Like, oh, an hour Scorpio for love, a Scorpio for career. And when I started watching her, she's super popular on YouTube. And when I started watching her, and she's nice, she has very nice energy. I remember being like, there were some specific, very, 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 very specific things she would say that there's no way it was vague. And a lot of times it would connect, and I'd be like, wow, how is she like actually getting that? That's crazy. Like one time I was listening to her and I was straightening my hair, and I never heard her say it before, and I've never heard it since. I never heard it later, like when I still watched her. She was like, because she would scry in the water, and she would be like, I'm seeing somebody straightening their hair. I don't know why. And she'd be like, if that is you, if you're the person straightening your hair, Spirit's trying to get your attention back to the messages because you're not paying attention. And I just was like, okay. Like, it was literally exactly when I was straightening my hair. So that was kind of mind blowing for me. So it made me pay attention. But then the more I watched her, and she's talented. Yeah, so she's a scryer. So what scrying is you have like a bowl with water in it, and you can see images in it. I've tried. I haven't been able to do that yet. Like that's a skill that you really have to work on, and it's not. I'm not there. Like it's not something I'm good at. So I started paying attention to her. I started watching her videos because I was just like, holy shit. And but as months went on, her love readings every single month would be like, you're going to meet this person this month. You're going to meet the person. You're going to meet them this month. You're going to meet them. Something big is happening. Something big is happening. Something big is happening. And it was like every single month as she started, like, I don't know, each month she would say the same shit over and over and over and over again. Her predictions were the same after a while. And I was just like, yeah. And none of it would happen. So I'm not a big, and it's nothing against her. She resonates with a lot of people. She has like 400,000 followers or something. So it's nothing against her. But in my personal beliefs and experiences, collective readings are the reason why I don't go too deep in them is because I'm not connecting to anybody specific, and it's not fair. She got fluffy. Yeah. Yep. And then she was including astrology, and she was never an astrologer. And like the way that she would include, and this was when I was like really diving into astrology and doing it on my channel every week. And I just was like, this doesn't even make any sense. Because I would do a weekly astrology report. And right, she's great. She is great at scrying. I would do a weekly astrology, like this is the general energy. I would look it up. I would research it. I would write it out, and then I would report it. And I'm not an astrologer, and I wouldn't pretend to be, but like that's how I was learning some of my astrology. And what she would do is when she would do a Scorpio reading, because I'm a Scorpio, so that's what I was watching. She would tell Scorpios about what was happening in their houses, and that's not accurate with astrology. So like, what I mean by that is your houses go by your rising sign. They don't go by your sun sign. I'm a Scorpio sun, but my rising sign is Capricorn. So if I wanted to watch my houses, I would have to watch the Capricorn video and her talking about the houses in Capricorn. But she would never explain that. She would just be like, Scorpio, in this month, you're such and such in your fifth house is triggering, da 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 da, and you're gonna notice. And like, I would get so irritated because I knew I should be watching the Capricorn, but like it's misinformation, and it used to really make me mad. Like I just couldn't watch it anymore. Yeah, they definitely do. So as far as remote viewing, I'm going to talk about that real quick, and then I'm going to head off because I definitely need to have some food. I'm getting really hungry. So remote viewing, I don't remember what did you ask me about it, Keisha? What did you want to know about it? If I believe in it? Is that what you had asked me? Oh, just my opinion. Okay. So my opinion is complex. I definitely believe in it. I absolutely believe in it. I've actually done it myself. Now, the thing is that like any skill, if you don't work on it a lot, it's likely not going to be strong. And also, like with tarot, with oracle, with channeling messages, sometimes I'm wrong. I'm human. I worked for a company that our customers would score us on our accuracy, our repeat customers, which I don't love, but they had to get so many readings from us before they could score our accuracy, which kind of sucks because if you read with me once and I wasn't accurate, you're not going to come back 2 and 3 more times. And then I don't get the feedback. I don't know if I was accurate or not because you didn't come back to tell me. And that doesn't allow me to grow. But for 3.5 years, I was 95% accurate, which put me in a top accurate like thing, because the average of accuracy readers on the site that I worked on was like 88%. But there's still that 5%. And I'm sure it's a bit more than that, because that's just with the people that got multiple readings with me. So I'm human, and I definitely have moments where I'm not connecting and I don't know I'm not connecting and I think I'm connected. Those things happen. It's just part of making mistakes and growing. But with the remote viewing, I don't know and can't think of anybody that I've ever read with or met that was very skilled at that. It's a skill. It's definitely a skill. If it's similar to cartology, cartology is like reading cards, isn't it? I think that's what that is. Oh, maps and charts. No. It's cartology is making maps. So it's not that cartology is not an intuitive thing at all. It's literally drawing maps. Astrocartology. Oh yeah, no, I don't think that has anything. I don't think that they're related at all. Remote viewing and astrocartology are two totally different things. Because astrocartology is where somebody takes your birth chart and they look at where it reflects on the actual planet, and like where your Saturn line is, where your Pluto line is on your natal chart, where that shows up. Like it could show up in Brazil, it could be in Germany somewhere, like a specific town. It's a specific location of like, it's kind of like they transpose your natal chart onto the planet and see where the locations are on the planet. So that's what astrocartology is. It's astrology with the planet, directly on where it lines up in locations on Earth. But remote viewing, I've never. I can't think of, I don't want to say never, but I cannot think of, nobody comes to mind that I know of that is a very skilled remote viewer. Some people say they are, and I know I've gotten a reading from one or two, and they really, really didn't. Remote viewing supposedly is, you can, if you ever find a great consistent remote viewer, let me know. It's very interesting. Yeah, I will. There's one person that I once thought was successful, but she really wasn't. After, like, she was, like, even I have done remote viewing by accident. And actually, the only reason why it's coming to mind is because it showed up in my Facebook memories like last week. I've made friends with a lot of readers over the years, and I'm still in contact with a bunch of them. And I have a friend named Kyle, who I've never met in person. He lives in Florida, I believe. Honestly, I'm not even sure, because he was moving around. I think he lives in Florida. We've never met in person. We were coworkers on one of the companies I worked for, and we became friends, and we would message each other back and forth on Facebook to ask each other questions about the company. And did this happen to you? And what did you do? And this and that, and back and forth, right? And there was one day that he messaged me. It was a couple of years ago now. And he had a pet snake. He still has a pet snake. The snake was young. He hadn't had it for even a year yet. And he was like, do you have a spell that can help me find my lost pet snake? My pet snake's missing. Do you have a spell for lost pets? And I was like, yeah, let me go find it. Because I knew exactly what book it was in. but I had never used it because Tonks has never been lost. And I just was like, yeah, let me go get it. And as I pulled, and like I said, I've done it several times before, but I've never done it with intention. And I've never done it. It happens in flashes, and I can't do it on purpose. Like, I'm not able to do it on purpose. So I was pulling the book out of my bookcase, and I wasn't even trying. I was just getting the book, wasn't even like trying to see the snake or think about where the snake is or try to get messages about the snake. I wasn't trying any of that. I didn't know the snake's name. I didn't even know what the snake looked like. And I pulled the book out of the bookcase, and as I'm opening the book to look for the spell, in my mind's eye, I see a closet, a double, like a bifold closet where the doors slide open, white doors, and on the floor, the floor of the closet is clean, and it has a beige carpet, and there's not like a lot of clutter. And in the farther corner, I saw a snake in the far left corner. And so I opened the book, and I'm like telling him, I'm getting ready to give him the spell. And I said to him, but I don't think you're going to need it. It's in the closet. Have you checked your closet? And 2 seconds later, I get a picture of the snake in the closet, exactly where I saw it. And he was like, oh my God, you're amazing. You're amazing. Oh my God, you're amazing. You're amazing. I mean, I would never charge somebody for something like that because it's hit or miss. I've also, my ex Ahmed, who I was with back in like 2016 to 2020, who didn't believe in my abilities, who told me that I was a scam artist. I was on the phone. First of all, I predicted the Patriots winning the Super Bowl the year that they went into overtime, and it's never gone into overtime ever. And I told him it was going to happen before it happened. And he's like, overtime doesn't happen in the Super Bowl. And I was like, yeah, I'm telling you it's going to happen this year. And he's like, no. And sure enough, it freaking happened. I've never been able to predict it since then. It was just, I just knew. I just felt it was going to happen that year. And so unfortunately, I can't predict stuff like that ahead of time, or I would make a lot of freaking money gambling. But with him, I was on the phone with him, I was on the phone with him one day, and he couldn't find his phone charger. And he was just looking, where's my phone charger? Where's my phone charger? He wasn't asking me to find it. He just was like, where's my phone charger? Where's my phone charger? And I hadn't been to his apartment in months, and I had no idea where he normally kept his phone charger. And I could see it in my head. It's underneath his bedside table. And I was like, did you look under the bedside table? Like, did you look under your side bureau? Because I'm pretty sure it's under there. And he looked, and he's like, oh my God, there it is. And then he's like, how'd you know that? And I was like, because I just know. And still a con artist, though. Still a con artist. I'm still a con artist. He never, ever, ever believed me. I found something that there was no way I could have known where it was. I wasn't even in his place. And yet I wasn't the real deal. So yeah, I have found things, but it happens sporadically. It's not something that I can be like, okay, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Like Kristen's cat went missing, and I saw train tracks, and she said there was no train anywhere near them. And then Jelani, my massage therapist, lost his phone, and I saw it on the beach, and he actually ended up never finding it, and he had to buy a new one. So he's like, it wasn't near the beach. I was like, all right. So there's things that like I would never charge somebody for those services because it's very, very, very hit or miss. And whenever things like that happen, I usually end up telling the person, like, I can try, but I can't promise anything. And that's what I said to Jelani. Like, I'll see if I can get anything, but I don't control it. Like the snake thing and the phone charger thing, that was just like in the moment, like it snapped into my head, and I didn't ask for that information. So I can't like bring it up on demand. So maybe if I worked on it more, I could. I don't know. But the only way that I would know that is by practicing. And to practice it, you need to have things to look for. So I definitely believe it because I've done it. I've literally done it by accident. So it exists. And I'm sure time too. Right. Like I would actually have to have people be like, hey, Mel, can you find this for me? Hey, Mel, what do you see there? Hey, Mel, like I cannot close my eyes and see, like when I was buying a house, I didn't see this place in my head. Like I didn't picture it. I wasn't able to see the home I was going to buy. I wasn't able to predict or be like, or see any, I didn't see any of the features in my mind's eye before I bought this home. So that doesn't always happen. And I can't be like, oh, I'm going to look through Keisha's house right now. Like that's, it can some people probably, especially people that have maybe worked on that for a long time and fine-tuned that skill. I think it's a little bit like scrying. With scrying, you see images in water. And like, you're not looking at it directly. It's sort of like, from what I understand with scrying, it's kind of like the 3D magic eye imagery that like, you have to unfocus your eyes on the thing. But I can never see anything besides the water and the reflection. I've never been able to do it. I haven't yet. But supposedly you can see all kinds of images. You can see songs, you can see animals, you can see whatever however your gifts work. But I'm not there. I would like to try that. But it's not something that I've been practicing, so it's not something that I would do. Hey, Carmen, I am not doing free readings, so you can send $5 to look at that if you'd like. I am going to be signing off though, so if you'd like to look at that, you need to let me know like now because I'm wrapping up. Does that answer your question, Keisha? I am getting back to a more regular schedule now that we're coming out of the summertime. I'm going to be like more consistent. I'm going to be posting Witchy Wednesdays again on YouTube. I'm not there just yet. I have to edit. The next video I'm going to post is my interview with Jelani, but I have to sit down and edit that. And I was planning on doing it yesterday, and I used so much energy. I did not finish cutting my grass until 3:30 yesterday afternoon. And I was covered. Oh, I'll show you. I was covered in grass because I had to keep unclogging my lawnmower. Maybe I can't show you. I don't know if you can tell, but here is where it's long, and then in the middle, I had cut it short. So my yard is big. My yard is quite large, and that's just a part of my backyard. That's not my full backyard. So it took hours, and I was filthy by the time I was done. So I had to shower, and by the time I got out of the shower, it was like 4:30, and I had already taken, and time too. Yes. I had drank my morning coffee, which is a cold brew. I had taken my morning Adderall. I took my afternoon Adderall. And by 4:30, I still could have laid down and taken a nap because I was so tired because of how much physical work I had to do. There was no way I was going to be able to sit down and edit a video that I need to pay real attention to because that video is going to be a hot mess. That video is going to be ridiculous. So I really have to like focus to edit that video. But that's the next one that's going to come out is the edited version of my thing with my interview with Jelani. So, all right, kids, last call, paid readings, free angel message, whatever. I've been on here for 2.5 hours and I didn't charge a single thing, and I'm now having to sign off and go make money for the day. So, oh, that was the other thing. At 4:00, that's when I started my work day, like actually making money at 4:00. So like I worked until 9:30, and I was so tired. the one problem with this work is it takes a lot of energy to do readings. It takes a lot of energy to focus. It wears you out. And that's one of the reasons why when I do private readings, I charge so much, because I'm giving all of my energy in that. And it's not like a McDonald's job or even teaching where you can show up and not be your best self sometimes, and you can be tired, but you get through the day. Like when I do readings, if I'm tired, the messages aren't right. The information isn't correct. I end up having a hard time filtering my judgment out of the messages, because I have to, in order to do a proper reading, I have to channel messages. I have to shut down myself, my judgment, my ego, my brain. I have to shut down all the things that make me me. And I have to open up to receive messages. And that takes energy to filter that. That takes a lot of energy. And so when I'm tired, like when I'm like yesterday, when I'm tired, I am not as good at filtering. And then sometimes my judgment comes through instead of channeled messages, and I don't always realize it. Sometimes I realize it and sometimes I don't. So this isn't a very good job to do when you're tired. And that's another reason why I'm trying to do things like creating lesson courses and selling products and things like that, so that I don't have to do 35 readings in a day, which I've been having to do, because it's not sustainable. And I've been doing it for far too long, and I need to shift the way that I work. And I've been working hard on that this year. So, okay, kids, nobody said they wanted a reading, so I am going to say goodbye to YouTube first, and then TikTok, and I'll be